Okay, welcome into module 3. Here we're going to talk about how these brands and these major corporations and all of these capitalist buying techniques convinces you to stay in a poverty mindset. They condition you to stay in this level of thinking of I can only afford so much, okay? And the point of this module is to talk about how marketing in this way reinforces your self limiting beliefs. Okay. So, have you ever said to yourself, well, I'll just wait until it's on sale? Or I could never pay full price for that. That's not just financial caution, that is conditioning. Okay. That's you believing that you cannot have more, that the universe isn't just at your feet waiting to provide you with everything it is that you want. That's you telling you that resources are limited. And we've talked about how they are not. You can have whatever you want. Okay. By you saying, oh, I'm going to wait until it's on sale, that's you saying, well, I don't have enough money to afford the things that I want. When you say, I could never pay full price for that, you're telling the universe that you don't trust that it would send you money. Why are you telling the universe you don't trust that it would send you money? Okay. It's conditioning. And certain high premium level brands teach you that you only deserve leftovers. Now, let me create a break here. I teach a lot of my clients how to have premium brands because it's one of the best ways to have anti-capitalist brands is by not attracting people to them that always want a deal, that always want a break. Let me be clear about something. You always wanting a deal or you always wanting a break or you always wanting a sale, that is a you problem. And that's why we're talking about it now. That is you living in a poverty scarcity mindset. That doesn't fall on the business to cater to something that you believe that you can't have unless it's on sale. That doesn't fall on the business owner. However, when there are brands that are more like premium that are manipulating you by throwing you a bone, by throwing you a sale every so often, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when they feed into your conditioning. So when I teach my entrepreneurs to have premium brands and I position them as a premium brand, I also teach them to never have sales because that's not them standing in the power and the quality and the value of their work. And then that's teaching you and training you to stay in your poverty mindset. So if you're going to have a premium brand, you're going to be a premium brand owner, own it, please. Do not condition your people to wait for a sale or to wait for leftovers because that's just how you keep them in a poverty mindset. One of the easiest ways that we can dismantle capitalism is through by owning our work, owning our prices, and keeping them that way. Okay. Not just being like, well, we're running a sale. Honey, you running a sale on something that wasn't selling anyway. So let's talk about how they do that, okay? When these brands teach you that you only deserve leftovers, that you can only afford something if you catch a deal, if you hunt the discount, all right? They're teaching you that. But the truth is that they're overpricing you on purpose. Let's talk about, I don't know, a premium brand, right? You want this jacket. This jacket is $350. Honey, it cost them $20 to make that jacket. Why are they charging you $350 for it, right? They're overpricing it on purpose to attract a premium buyer. But then let's say the jacket isn't selling. They thought, okay, this was cute, but it's not selling the way that they hoped. So they immediately slash it. Put it on sale for $150. Now you're over here getting an email like, we slash prices on our best sellers. No, the fuck they didn't. No, they didn't. They slashed it on something that they thought would sell and it is not. And so then you're looking at it though, like, oh my God, I really wanted this jacket, but I couldn't afford it when it was $350. But I can afford it now that it's $150, right? And now they look like they are graciously lowering the price to let you in. Well, they're playing you because now you feel grateful, right? Instead of feeling empowered. They see you as predictable because they know that the cheap seats are going to come flocking for their high quality product that they overpriced to cut you out in the first place. But because you're so busy being grateful that they let you in, which again, this is a different type of gratitude than we talk about in manifestation. But because you're so busy being grateful that they let you in, you didn't realize that they were the ones that outpriced you in the first place and intentionally took you out in the first place. Okay. And they're playing you by saying this is a bestseller. We shouldn't have done this. No, they outpriced you in the first place. And now they're trying to get the cheap seats to cover their losses. Okay. And it keeps you stuck in this mindset of, I don't need to make more money to afford this brand all the time. I just need to wait until they put their stuff on sale and then I'll be able to afford it every so often. Don't you want to make enough money to afford this brand all the time? I know I do. There's plenty of brands out there where I'm like, I don't only want to shop here once a year. I want to be up in here every single week. So how do I make more money so that I can be up in here every single week? When you let these brands just throw you crumbs like this and manipulate you into thinking, well, I only have to wait once, a year for this sale, they're keeping you exactly where they want you. They're doing it on purpose. Because then now the capitalist ideal is that you have now trained yourself to believe that you can't have everything that you want. And that you constantly have to be trading your time and your money. And that if you aren't spending, you aren't worthy, right? And so now you've gotten back into it. Well, if I just wait once a year, then I can spend my money that I've saved up, my pennies that I've rubbed together for this one sale and hope that I can get the things that I want. Instead of expanding your vibration and expanding your capacity to hold more money so that you can shop at these places all year long. Okay. Premium brands. And again, this is just you recognizing how these brands market to you in a capitalist way. And again, even if you don't own a business, you can still go back into the modules where I teach about how to not build like this. Have a premium brand. Don't run a sale. Don't make people think that they can only afford you every once in a while. Let those people reckon with their poverty mindset and their conditioning without you rubbing it in and reinforcing that they can only afford you sometimes. Don't you want more people to afford you? Okay. This is manipulation. This is marketing math. It's not actual value. You are not getting a deal. You are being played. You're being conditioned to believe that you are worth less. Okay. This is all about naming that poverty programming and consciously stepping out of it. Saying, no, I'm not going to buy from this sale. I'm gonna buy it at full price because that tells the universe that I'm available for more money when I buy things at full price. I'm not just gonna grab up the scraps that this place is trying to give me. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna reinforce the idea that I can only afford things that I want every once in a while. I am gonna get on the appropriate vibration where I can afford the things that I want all the fucking time. Okay? All right. Let me know how this one goes for you. See you in the next one.